What's going on, guys? My name is Augusto. I'm the founder of AVX Systems, and in this training I just recorded, I'm going to show you exactly how I help one of my clients close $2 million in 6 months through email and automations, and how I also help another client of mine get close to 3,000 quality leads in 2 weeks through ads, and how we're doing exactly what we're doing to nurture them and get them to apply. This is a training that's full of valuable information. I'm not leaving anything behind. I break down the exact methods and everything you have to do to get insane results like this. And if you're an online coaching or consulting business, this is for you. And even if you don't have an email list, but you're planning to start one, this is exactly everything you need to do to get started, get insane results, scale, monetize it, because you're probably sitting on a pile of gold. So enjoy. Today's training is going to be incredible, value-based, and I'm going to drop every secret that I have, all the tips that I have, and yeah, so let's get into it. So basically, in the past year alone, I've sent over 18 million emails, and in 6 months, I was able to make my online consulting client $2.4 million, and with an ad spend of $344,000, which I also managed. And I'll show you the screenshot in just a little bit. But yeah, just to give you more context, this was a high-ticket client, a high-ticket service client, and 100% of the sales came through back-end systems. So everything came after somebody clicked an ad. It's not like an e-com where people click the ad and they just buy the product. They go through a nurture sequence, which I'm going to show you specifically what I did, give you tricks and tips that helped me monetize all the leads that came, or at least a lot of them. And I'll show you everything. I'll show you exactly how I did that. So like I said, everything was back-end sales, email, SMS, and setters as well, that talk to warm leads that came through email. But the setter stuff, this is a training that I'll cover later on, not today, because then it'll be extremely long. But yeah. And also, I helped an online coaching company generate more than 2,800 leads from cold ads at 50 cents a lead. And now they're all inside our nurture automations. And this is also going to work for them, and it's also going to monetize their company. And they're going to be able to scale, hire more people just because of the vast amount of leads that are coming in. And they're all warm. And I'm going to show you exactly basically the sequence that I built for them, right? And it's something you can also implement. So you can literally copy paste what I'm going to give you today. So in this training, I'll give you exactly, hand you exact sequences that your business needs. So no need to overcomplicate it or think about what different sequences that you need. I'm going to give you, the core, I think 4 or 5 that you need today for your business, that you can do it, automate it, and let it go on autopilot. I gave you the best performing tips and tricks to help you increase open rates, increase CTR, which is click-through rate, and help you monetize your email list by 20x. Literally, like, you're sitting on a pile of gold if you have an email list and you're not using it properly. So today, I'm going to help you with that. And I'll also give you a couple free tools that you can use to help you, clean your list, make sure your delivery rates are good, and all that good stuff. How to easily write emails and destroy common beliefs about emails that are keeping you stuck from making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll make it super, super easy and simple. How to make sure your emails hit the inbox and not spam. Those are great tricks, by the way, that helps email health a lot. Systemize the email content so it only takes 1 hour a week. You don't need more than that. And the best way to stack your email list with high quality. So I'm going to go through all of that. Here's me actually giving, this is a horrible pixelated picture because it's on my website. And yeah, this is me giving this same talk, almost same talk, but with 2 extra years of experience and 2 extra years of millions of dollars in ad spend and just testing different things. So this is going to be extremely helpful. So take your notes out, take screenshots, etc. So oh yeah, these are the screenshots that I'm going to show you actually. So in 6 months, this was my client. So total revenue of $2.3 million, total track sales of 1.1. This is because they usually do like payment plans and all that stuff. So tracked till date, but this was the total revenue generated, $2.3 million at an ad cost of about $345,000. So this is a screenshot from Hyros. Well, actually, like January 15th, so a couple dates after. And this is all the revenue. And this is on my other client, right? So about 2,800 leads in the funnel in about 10 days or 14 days. I can't even count. So 2 weeks, actually. And then this is a screenshot from the ads manager, right? So I took this screenshot before this screenshot, so that's why this is less than this. So 2,300 website leads. So this is not pixels. So this is actually API conversion leads, which is almost 1-to-1, as close to 1-to-1 you can get. The pixel, as you know, sometimes it's not giving you the right data, which is not good. That's a conversation from another day. So cost per result, 53 cents. And the conversion rate from landing page to lead is stupidly high. I don't want to math right now, but usually industry standard is like 18%. This is like higher than that, 70% maybe. I don't know. I have to do the math, but yeah, CTR of 3.10, so doing pretty good. So this is 2 different clients data that I've have so far. So let me blow this up a little bit. I think this is way better. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you again. I don't want to scroll all the way down because I'm gonna give you all the secrets, and I want you to watch this because it's super helpful. So all the sequences your online business needs, guys. I'm gonna make this super simple. So you need 4 core sequences, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean, and I'm gonna give you everything. Okay. So basically 4 core email sequences, and I'm gonna go through them one by one. They're all here. So again, you need a lead magnet core, a lead magnet email sequence. Sorry. So basically, you give out something for free, and you have a confirmation. You ask them for a reply. You give them extra value, and you move them down the funnel. What I mean by move them down the funnel, basically, all this means is from a lead magnet to a booked call to a client. Basically, that's the goal of this lead magnet. Just move them down the funnel. I hope that makes sense. The other email sequence they want to have is application. So somebody applies, you get a confirmation, get a reply, you triage them if needed. The other email sequence is a booked call. So obviously they book a call with you. You want to send them reminders. Then lastly, honestly, like if I'm being 100% honest, this is 100% optional. You don't need an inbox sequence. The reason I say you don't need it is because 99% of businesses that I've helped, they overcomplicate inbox sequences, and man, I've seen clients spend, not even joking, tens of thousands of dollars hiring a copywriter to make an inbox sequence. And from experience, A/B tested it, inbox sequence versus no inbox sequence, and I found that the no inbox sequence route generated more money just because there's more cohesiveness between messaging. I don't want to get into like the whole science behind it, but inbox sequences sometimes, if not done correctly, creates a lot of separation between the business owner and the lead, and the inbox sequence is just too fake or too long, and it just takes too much time. So whatever, that's for another day. So but basically, if you have all these 4, you're basically pretty much covered, like 100%. So first of all, lead magnet sequence. This is all you need, guys. I'm gonna give you everything: the email, the subject lines, everything. Literally, this is all you need. Okay. So lead magnet, when I say lead magnet, it's like a free PDF to whatever. So if you're an online fitness coach, you want to make it specific, right? You just don't want to say how to lose fat, free lead magnet. No, you got to be a little bit more specific to make sure you dial in your specific niche, your specific solution, etc. So you have a lead magnet, and again, you want to make this easy to digest, not too long. No one wants a 100-page PDF. Not only no one wants that, you don't want to spend a lot of time doing this either, because you just want to test different things to see what works and then roll with it, right? And then you want to let them get quick wins, right? So you don't want to give them a lead magnet that's going to take them 4 weeks to get results. You want to give them something that they can apply today, just like what I'm doing right now with you. You can apply all these things today, and you're going to monetize your email list instantly, like literally right away. So yeah, make them wonder, if this is for free, I can't imagine the value I'm going to get if I pay them. So basically, that's the goal of the lead magnet. So once somebody opts into the lead magnet, they're going to get a confirmation email. Steal this subject line because it works, it gets opens, and the first email you want to get plus 80% open rates, okay? So subject line, you can do something like action required. You wanted this, right? Don't make it complicated. Super simple. This works. This is going to get opens, right? Second email, you can do this like 24 hours later. RE, some email service providers don't allow you to do this. If you can, do it. If you can't, whatever, don't do it. Name of resource, I forgot to give you this, right? So give them something else extra. And there's a cool psychology trick that I've used that works as well, especially in the long term. A lot of people, a lot of businesses are like, hey, here's a free bonus. You don't want to do that, right? So here's my little AVX secret. Don't say free bonus, say free gift. Right? Psychologically speaking, the free gift feels as an emotional payoff for them giving you their details. Hey, here's a free gift. I want to give you for you giving me your email and phone number, etc. Don't be like, oh, here's a free bonus. Because if you say free bonus, it's like, hey, here's an extra something that I must give you to make the original offer a little bit better. You want to make that a gift. It's like a reward, So yeah, this is a little trick that I've used before and it works. So second email, just do this. And for an extra thing, just give them like access to your community or a chapter of something else, or just something extra, and just keep creating that rapport. Or say something like, hey, by the way, if you reply to this email, I'm going to give you something else for free. Like, I want to give you a free gift, but all I need is that you reply to this email to let me know you got this thing, right? That does two things. One, gets you reply rates, which is super awesome. And two, three things. Two, you're going to create a conversation that you can have a setter in there actually closing deals for you. And three, it's going to create better rapport between you and the lead because you're going to give them a free gift, not a free bonus, a free gift, right? Third email, go straight for the kill if you want. So send them a testimonial and book them for a call, right? That's it. Cool. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to rush through this because there's a lot of value that I'm going to give you in this email, in this training. Like I said before, I'm going to give you some cool tips and tricks to get more open rates here and better health for your email list as well. So stick with me through the end because it's going to be super valuable. I'm going to give you the other three core sequences. So as you can see, the lead magnet drops into the application. Basically, application is like somebody applies to get coached by you, get consulting, get all this stuff. This is super simple. Somebody applies, they get a confirmation email. Again, you're going to see me use this a lot, action required. So once you see that in your email, you're guys, shit, what's this, right? So action required, application received for, and then their name, right? Second email, just continue the conversation, acknowledge their answer. So if this is like a consulting application and they said, their business is making $50K a month, you acknowledge that, right? Like, hey, John, I just saw that you applied. I see that your business is doing $50K a month and you're trying to go towards, $100K plus a month. That's awesome. I can help you with that. Here's the link to my calendar. Or if their application is not that good, not that great, triage them, right? Call them right away. Hey, John, I just got your application for this. I saw that your business does this, blah, blah, blah. Triage all. This is not a training for a triage call. That's for a lot of things. That's it. You only need 2 emails. That's it. And then the application goes to the book call, right? So book call is a little bit lengthier. So once somebody does the book call application, whether you have Calendly or whatever else, confirmation. I love to use this. Action required, your call is not confirmed yet. So they book a call, they get this instantly, and if they see it's not confirmed yet, they're gonna open this. Basically, this is just like, hey, make sure you add this to your calendar, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, give them homework, right? So your call is not confirmed yet. Hey, John, by the way, you're confirmed for this date. However, before you get to this call, you have to do this. Like, watch this testimonial. And it's like a minute testimonial. Give them homework or whatever. Second email, 24 hours before. Third email, 12 hours. Third email, 1 hour. Third email, third email, wow. So second, third, fourth, and fifth email. Ignore my typos. Yeah, whatever. So you get what I'm saying. 10-minute reminder, you just give them the Zoom link, whatever. So that's the book call. And lastly, inbox sequence. The reason I put this last is because, again, I said this is completely optional. But once somebody goes through the lead magnet, you can actually, after the third email, just drop them into, let's see if this works. Drop them into the inbox sequence. Wow, that looks horrible. Drop them into the inbox sequence. It's just case study after case study after case study after case study. Make it super personal. Don't write novels, guys. People don't like to read. Super short, right? Make sure to link your bottom of funnel step. So in the inbox sequence as a PS, make sure you send them to book a call with you in every email. Links in every email, and I'm gonna explain why after. Links in every email. Fuck it, I'm just gonna explain it now. With all this privacy stuff with Apple, and all their like Gmail, all these people, they're starting to block open. So when you open an email, it communicates with your email service provider saying, hey, this person opened the email. Now, because of privacy issues, they're starting to block that. But you can still track links, right? Because you have to click something in order to get there. So if you click a link, it'll communicate. To the date of this recording, it still works. The open rates are a little bit tricky, but clicks, you can record those. So yeah, again, this is all the 4 sequences you need. And here, take a screenshot. There you go. And yeah, moving forward with the training. So again, you have all these emails written, you have the case studies, you have the confirmation emails. You need them to get open, right? People are gonna book calls, but if they don't open your confirmation emails, they're probably gonna forget. People are gonna download your lead magnet, but if your emails don't get open, they're not gonna see the lead magnet and the value and the extra gift, not the extra bonus. So you have to have good open rates in order to have a successful email list. Because if people don't open your shit, how are they going to read the stuff that they're gonna give you, right? And this is an entire science. There's an entire science behind increased open rates, and I'm gonna do my best job to simplify this the best way possible. Again, so first things first, you gotta get to the inbox. You can send emails, but if they're not landing on the inbox and they're landing on the spam, they're landing in spam or the promotional email folder, then you're missing out on a lot of money, right? And a lot of impact that you can create, because I'm sure that you're giving out a lot of value, and if your value is not landing where people can open and read and implement, then everyone's missing out. Okay, so to increase open rates, you want to make sure the first email that they send, the first email that you send and they get, all those first emails should have at least 50+ open rate. So the reason is, if all of your first emails that you're sending, they're landing in spam, it's going to be very hard for you to get out of there. We want to make sure that first email for everyone that you're sending is getting at least on inbox and at least getting a lot of openness and a lot of clicks, okay? So that you get better reputation and that your email service provider is healthy, your domain is healthy, and it doesn't get marked as spam or marked as junk. It's super important. So that's super crucial. That first email has to get delivered, has to get open, has to get clicked on, okay? So rather than sending the PDF or the lead magnet as an attachment, please don't do that. Don't send it as an attachment, because imagine getting an email from somebody that has never emailed you before and they send you an attachment. It's most likely, one, going to end in junk, and two, it's going to be very hard for you to track if they actually open it, right? So what you want to do is, rather than send them a PDF, send them the link to the Google Drive or the link to download the thing on your landing page, okay? So you can actually measure those things. Get them to click often on the first email. This is a free tool that I use called Mail Genius. You can actually check your deliverability. So you're going to send an email to an email they give you, and it'll tell you your email health or whatnot. It's free to use. Go for it, do it, and it'll help you all out. Cool? So second, write great headlines, and I'm going to spend at least 5 minutes on this. I'm seeing my time here. I'm trying to not go over 30 minutes, so I'm going to hurry up. So write great headlines, period. Open rates are because of great headlines most of the time. So here's the biggest misconception. People think that you have to be a copywriter. You don't. Keep it simple, but make them good. I'll explain. So you don't have to be a copywriter, meaning you don't have to read books about copywriting, all this stuff. I'm going to give you tricks to just make subject lines that get open. Simply put, just write as if you're talking to a friend. Please don't write things like this. You're not Target or Walmart or Netflix, and even them they don't do this. Stop being so professional. Do not write email subject lines like this. Write them like this. Yeah, don't even capitalize the first letter. Don't. Here's a cool subject line you're gonna love, rather than something else that doesn't work. So things like this. Think about a good headline, like a slippery slope, right? Slippery slope. The headline is the first thing you read. Then the next line in their copy gets them sucked in more. The next line is sucked in more. The next line gets them hooked. And then the last section is your CTA or whatever it is, right? So here's a good example. Let's imagine Elon Musk is about to send an email about PayPal and what it is. And he has two options. The first option is PayPal, a new tightly integrated financial infrastructure that processes banking needs in an app. Fucking boring and lame. Here's the second option. Send money to an email address. That'd be a great headline. It's simple, it creates curiosity, and it's not with a lot of lingo and things that don't really make sense, right? So think about headlines like that. Just make them super simple. make them personal sounding. Make them one-to-one, not one-to-many. So, hey, here's the thing you asked for, rather than download my PDF now. No, make it simple, make it personal. I'm talking to one person, because it's going to feel as if I'm talking to you rather than I'm talking to all of my subscribers. The same reason I tell clients or just businesses that when they hop on their stories on IG, don't be like, hey guys, no, you're talking to everyone, you're losing attention. Talk to one person. Hey, you're probably messing up your fitness routine, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You get the point, right? So the goal of the copy inside the email is to sell, right? So the goal of the headline is to sell the open of the email. The copy in the email the goal is to sell whatever it is that you're selling. Be relevant, but not gimmicky. So rather than saying things like, don't open this email. Yeah, it's going to cause curiosity, but it's going to get a lot of shitty link clicks and stuff like that. You want to be a little bit more relevant. So rather than saying that, say something like, don't open unless you want to see the best fat loss tactic my client used to lose 30 pounds. Does that make sense, right? So be sure to not gimmicky. People catch on to that real quick. Use this very, maybe once every 6 months, when you really want to get opens. But people catch on to this really quick. If all your emails are clickbaity, people are gonna catch on to that and unsubscribe most likely. So just be honest, be personal, open, speak to one person. Don't try to be super professional, super grammar perfect. Be you. They subscribe because of you, most likely, right? And then when you're writing stuff, do brain dumps, write a bunch of them, and then choose whichever looks and feels better. The first one that you write is not going to be the perfect one. So just write a bunch and test. So if your email service provider allows you to do A/B testing, like testing different headlines, do that as well and go for it. Here's a cool secret that I use. Go to Amazon, search for the best books in your industry, read the reviews to get some gold, and use that reviews as inspiration. Something else you can do is Google whatever topic plus Dig or plus Quora or plus Reddit, and you're gonna get a cool bunch of different ways of how people write their headlines to get opens to their blog posts or postings, right? So for example, dig.com fat loss, and then you get stuff like this. It's cool inspiration, right? Again, don't write it like this, like how they have it, because it's super businessy, gimmicky in a way. But you get some ideas of things of how to write depending on your industry and what you're trying to offer. It's pretty cool. So there's that for subject lines. It's super easy, and it will help you with getting way better open rates, right? Cool. So listen, honestly, there's only 3 buckets of style you can use for headlines. Again, use them all in the personal tense, like me talking to you, not me talking to a crowd of people, right? So these are 3 different buckets that you can use. Competitive bucket, meaning throwing rocks, basically throwing rocks at competitors. Just be careful with that. Throwing rocks at competitors. So for example, this is why you'll never scale your business if you keep using MailChimp. So it's just competitive. It's throwing rocks at MailChimp, and it helps because people are drawn to that. People are drawn to why is this guy hating on MailChimp so much? Especially if they use MailChimp, this is going to resonate a lot with them. Another bucket is benefit. How my client got 20x ROAS with this one line of copy. Super benefit driven. And you see how I'm not capitalizing the first letter. I did this purposely. And lastly, inspirational bucket. It's kind of hard to differentiate between these two, but inspiration is more. It's less benefit driven, as of a client that you had. I'm more of you can actually do this. Does that make sense? So even if you're not a marketer, this tip will help your online business scale. So it's more like an inspiration. You can do this too, right? So when you speak to that level, people resonate. Honestly, just use these 3 different buckets. And here are a couple. These are 2 formulas you can use to write subject lines. Go crazy. Use them all. So, for example, I did not plan this, as you can tell. End result maybe they want to lose 20 pounds before summer. So lose 20 pounds. And you can send this in maybe February. Lose 30 pounds before summer without having to do crazy diets or a lot of cardio. Well, that was good. Use that. Write this line of copy and in less than 2 weeks, you're gonna get 20K for your online business, something like that. I don't know. You get the point, right? So this is just for subject lines. Now let's talk about CTR. CTR is click-through rate, meaning people who open your email and actually click. You want this to be high. Again, it's very hard for email service providers to accurately measure open rates based on privacy stuff, but clicks, they get measured, okay? So unless your email is purely conversational, you want to have a link in there for leads to take a next step. You want to funnel them through something, right? Unless it's purely conversational or you're just sharing a life update. But even still, like I'm a huge advocate for always having a link to go somewhere, even in the PS or somewhere, okay? So to get link clicks, obviously you do that with links to a next step. Sometimes with replies. This is for another training on another date. But basically, here's what you want to do to literally monetize your email list by 20x. Like literally, you're gonna make a lot of money if you do these things. So increase your CTR, increase your click-through rates by not writing novels. People are reading their emails with their phone. Imagine going through your phone and just seeing huge blocks of text. That's going to be either one, hard to read, and you're going to be like, people's attention span right now is super bad. So they're not going to read it. Like write very little, like one-liners. Like literally everything your English teacher told you not to do that. Literally like one-liners. Keep it simple so people can scroll and read. Let's make it super simple, right? So don't write novels. Differentiate the link from copy. Here's a cool trick that I learned. I forget who I learned it from. But basically, whenever you're doing a link, increase the size of that link by 0.5, bold it and hyperlink it, right? So when it's a little bit bigger, it's going to catch your attention better. It's going to be easier to click, and it's going to help people identify that, yeah, this is a link. This is going to be something that sends me somewhere else, right? So definitely do that. Make emails quick to load. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how many businesses try to make their email super, super, super professional. Like Walmart is sending it, like HBO is sending it. Listen, nobody gives anything for an email that looks pretty. Make it text. Simple text works and converts like crazy. Just look at those testimonials from above. This is not like a $15 subscription that I was selling. This was a high ticket service, right? Tens of thousands of dollars. Simple text. And it worked. It's going to work for you too. Okay. So simple text works. Don't spend too much time coding and doing this HTML BS. Okay. If you have a longer email and you have to send a link, this is not a cool trick. And you have to send a link and adding a link, add a TLDR, add a too long didn't read section on the first line in a one size smaller font. So something like this. You see how this is a little bit smaller? So write the first, subject line, preview line, but in the body of copy, the first line is whatever it is. The second line, in parentheses, TLDR, this is a long email, but if you want to get this result in this time period without this objection, click here. Literally, and it works like crazy. A lot of people just click that because the first line got them, the subject line got them, the first line got them even more, and now they don't want to read all that shit. They're just going to click that first link and go. So try that, and it works like crazy. And then if they get to read all the email, add a PS with the link again, just because it goes with the flow of reading. So people read from top to bottom, obviously. So if you have a click, if you have a link in the middle of the email, they finish the email, add the link again in the bottom just because it goes with the flow of reading. Don't disrupt the flow by having to scroll up and click the link. So add a link with the PS. It can be something like PS, here's that link to, again, that's it. Again, like I said before, use a lot of line breaks, write like this. Don't write paragraphs. Nobody wants to read that. Like 2 lines tops and then split it. Literally. That's it. Nobody likes big chunks of text. And for KPIs, I hate giving KPIs for email lists because everyone's email is different. The industry is different. It's just different. But a plus 1% CTR is solid for emails larger than 5,000 people. So if you have a 5% CTR, that's super good. You want to stay above 1%. That's it. It's a general rule. How to stop yourself from being your own worst enemy when it comes to email writing? Just write. It sounds so stupid, but just write. Literally, just do it and send it. It does not have to be perfect. Remember to write to one person. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't have to design this thing or hire somebody to design your emails. Stop adding friction to your process and just write and send it. Literally. Automate as much as you can. Again, going back to this workflow, automate all of this stuff. I've worked with businesses that they literally do like a question box on Instagram. Drop your email here if you want this thing, and they have to do it all in like an Excel sheet. Don't do that. Do a landing page, do an opt-in form, and automate all this shit. You don't want to waste your time. Okay? So yeah, automate as much as you can so that you're not wasting time and so that you don't add friction on this thing that you need to do. I'm over the 30-minute mark, but I'm gonna try and be as quick as possible. We're almost wrapping up. Now, to get all of these benefits and make sure you make a lot of money and impact a lot of people and help people with your business and help your people with your offer, you need to get leads first, right? And I have a whole training on that as well. But for now, for speed's sake, I'm gonna super dumb it down and make sure that I give you everything that I can in like as quick as possible. So how to stack your email list with good quality leads? Unless you're an influencer, the best way to do this is through paid ads. Simple. Paid ads and a lead magnet. If you're an influencer with like 1 million followers, you can just say, click here to get this thing. And then you get like 100,000 leads. Super easy. Right? But unless you're an influencer, best way is through paid ads and a funnel. Right? There's a science to this, and not everyone is able to crack the code. I've had, and this is how. Things need to flow effortlessly. I also have a training on how to dissect your funnel. So from add to close, making sure everything is good. I have a whole training on that as well. Somewhere. I'll link it down somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, basically, you want to make sure everything is cohesive, right? So like your copy on your ad for the lead magnet has to be similar to the copy in the landing page, because you want to make sure that everything is cohesive and the lead follows through like a slippery slope, right? Everything works like a slope. You want to get people from click to close. To make sure you do that, everything has to resonate with the audience and the people who are clicking the ad, right? So ad copy must resonate with the proper audience. The landing page has to be quick to load and should still sell the thing. Just because you got somebody to click the ad, people sometimes click out of curiosity. Just because you got somebody to click the ad doesn't mean they want the thing right away. So make sure it's cohesive. You got the link click, awesome. Now when they land on the page, how are those conversion rates? Okay, so as you saw here in the screenshot, I'm gonna do the math right now and I tell you exactly how much it was. Right, so this right here is a 71% conversion rate from landing page view to lead, right? Anything above 20% is super good, right? 20% is actually like industry standard, but for this specific client, I was able to get 70% conversion rate because it's cohesive. It's super cohesive. You want to make sure you do that. Confirmation email has to be sent with some type of urgency. So like the next steps, confirmation required, next steps required, action required, etc. Yeah, so this stuff right here has to be sent with some urgency so that they open it, they get the thing, and they go through the flow, and they don't just like opt in and forget they did it. So as soon as they opt in, send them an email to get the thing, okay? This is exactly how I was able to get my coaching client to 3,000 leads in 7 days at a 54 cent cost per lead and a 5% conversion rate. Literally this same way, those numbers that I showed you, that 70% conversion rate, lead magnet, super specific, super simple page. However, the ad copy was really good and super specific. So 70% of people who clicked that thing downloaded the app, downloaded the lead magnet. 5% of all those people actually went through the flow and said, I want to be coached by you, which is super solid, right? And then this could be much higher, but I'm in the process of giving them a setter so they can actually increase that conversion rate to like 10% even, right? Everything is actually automated through our AVX system from add to close. So all they have to do is literally just show up for the call and close the client. You can do also all of this. Just automate the entire process. Make sure that everything is cohesive from the ad to the download to the email page to the email confirmation page. Email confirmation. Well, I can't talk today. You get what I'm saying, right? So you have to automate most of this to help you move fast in the business, and for you to be able to Work on the business, don't work in the business. The more you automate these things with processes and systems, the better it is for you, because you just set the ad running, collect the leads, have the automations work most of it, and then you just show up for that calendar call that somebody booked and you just close the call. That's it. Once somebody applies and your lead magnet is specific and actionable, then the lead will most likely be a very warm lead. So all you have to do, all the automation has to do, is make sure they get on a calendar. Okay, that's it, and you just do the closing. To make sure they're a good lead, to make sure they are good quality leads, make sure your emails are very specific about what you do and how you can help them solve the problem, right? I see this it's very common with consultants. They just try to be like very general about a problem they solve, like get more leads. No, like be more specific. Hey, if you're a solar energy lead acquisition business, this is the thing for you, right? Be very specific, because you want to get specific leads that they know what they're getting from your offer, from your business. And contrary to popular belief, having people unsubscribe at a healthy rate is actually good, because it keeps your email list engaged. And a small list that's engaged is way better than a big list that has minimal engagement. You can have 30,000 people in your email list, but if only 10% open it, it's like, what are you doing? Clean up that list, okay? You don't wanna have people in your list that are never gonna buy from you. You wanna be selfish with that and have a 5,000 list that gets a lot of open rates, and most of them are probably gonna buy from you, right? It's all about the engagement. Extra secrets, and I can't spell apparently. So extra secrets. Once you start hovering around the 30,000 list size, cleaning and segmentation is key. So here's a trick I've done for previous clients. I'm gonna make myself smaller. So you wanna make sure you create a segment about people who are not engaging with you with your emails. Segment your list by engagement and clean it. So create a list of people who have not clicked. Don't do the open. I see this mistake a lot. Create a segment of people who have not clicked any of your emails in the last 30 days and put them on an unsubscribe flow. So what I've done here in the past is basically, once somebody gets into this engagement bucket, there's an email automatically sent saying like, you're going to be unsubscribed or something like that, or I'm taking you off my list, and say something like, hey James, hey name, I see that you've not been getting any of my emails. Is that correct? If you're not interested in the value that I'm giving you, I'm going to unsubscribe unless you click this link. That's it. Because once they click the thing, they get out of the bucket, because you're segmenting people by those who have not clicked. So if you do the click action, they're going to be taken off, and then back to your big audience or whatnot. Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, that's basically it. That's all I can fit in a 40-minute video and training on how to make sure you monetize your email list the best way possible, get better conversions, get higher CTR, higher open rates, how to automate everything by using this simple flow. These are the 4 core sequences that you want to have with all the emails that you have to send, the subject lines as well, keeping things simple so that make sure you have this covered and you can actually spend more time doing things that matter most for your business, product, people, whatever. Keep this thing automated. If you don't want to have an inbox sequence or send broadcast emails every week, if you have this, you're 90% covered, like literally. And if you want to send a broadcast email, just add it to your lead magnet flow, or if you do an inbox sequence, add it to your inbox sequence and keep it automated. And you also got, the best way to get leads in your system, lead magnet, making sure the flow is specific, how to make sure that a lead magnet is actually good and it converts. So you got all of that as well. This is what I've done for previous clients to make sure, I make them $2 million in 6 months, give them about 3,000 leads in like 14 days. Guys, this stuff works. It's proven. I've done it multiple times. And in the past year, I've sent 18 million emails. I've tested a lot. And these are the things that are working. I'm not gatekeeping anything. This is as much as I could put in a 40-minute training. So yeah, just start doing this today, start testing things today, and let me know once they work, because they will. Once they work, just comment below, send me a DM, whatever it is. Again, my name is Augusto. I'm the founder of AVX Systems, And this is what we do. I help coaching, consulting, online businesses scale through systems by doing their ads and doing a done for you complete system, creating landing pages, creating thank you pages, doing the entire flow, reach out, ads, all that stuff. We do it for you. So if that's something that interests you, I'll have a link somewhere below in the description or some button somewhere to learn more, or just send me a DM and I'll help you out. So hopefully that was super productive, super beneficial, informational, and I hope to see you on my next one. I'll also leave my link for the other trainings below, or they're all on my YouTube channel actually. So yeah, I'll talk to you on the next one, and thank you for watching.